Okay. Hi, Nima. Hi, Anonymous. It's been a while since the last team critique, but there were internet issues. I see Muse is the first one to post, but he submitted last week, so... Hey, Zaramella. I kind of want people to submit that did not submit last week. I did set that rule. Muse, your score was in the last one I did. It was a 6. When I was erasing the numbers from last submission, yours was the first name in it. It wasn't last week. It was like 4 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I didn't do... the last one was like 3-4 weeks ago because of internet issues. Yeah, Zaramella, today is team critique. Instructions are here. Hung, that is correct. Shude is definitely worth 10-starring, but be careful about that because she's not really that good past 10 stars. Alright, so let me... Hey, Slick. So let me set up my auto clicker real quick. And... Hey, Bulldog. Let's just get right into it, huh? There are no codes right now. Remember that I don't control these codes. If the devs don't put out new codes, I don't have anything to give. I have no such power over any of that. Alright, so we're starting with user 2000, who I think is Nima, right? Hey, Arc Ninja. Alright. This is not you. Nima, Muse submitted last round, so we're gonna skip him. Oh, man. Marco, it's almost like instructions are here and in video description. Hey, Shadow Beast. Alright, so I'm not sure I like this. In this case, I think I'd go with Skuld as the tank. Because this Phoenix, I mean, he's going to die in what, like 3 hits because he's getting hit by 10 stars and up. And he's going to use his revive absolutely first. And Skuld's revive is going to be wasted on Phoenix. So you might as well have Skuld be tank so she can revive herself. And then Phoenix can use his own revive on himself, hopefully after Skuld. Alright, you got... Wow, you got a lot of Lorelei. 1... Further down? Do miracle highs and 3 rounds of keys. Lorelei first T4? I don't think so. She has no crowd control. She doesn't have the burst damage that Valkyrie has. She doesn't have the healing support that Valkyrie has. She doesn't have the damage buff that Skuld brings even. So no, I think Lorelei is a terrible choice for first T4. And Gujin, I would skip. If you're not planning to get enough Monkey King to be at a usable level, you should skip. What the heck? Zumuzuhi Otsuhi. I don't think those are supposed to be letters. Bulldog, it doesn't seem like it. If Valkyrie is in keys to buy 3 copies? Yes. Yes, and in your case, honestly, I'd push for Freya to be first T4. Freya will help you more than Lorelei will. Lorelei just isn't a carry. Her sustain isn't that high. Like, her healing when she hits 50% isn't going to keep her alive versus the other T4s. Hey, Anthony. So, yeah, I would push for Freya instead. And like I said, in your case, it's not a great option, but probably Skuld should be your tank. So this team, it's not a terrible team, but it's not great. T4 means talent 4 is basically the same as 14 star. Someone was here earlier asking for tips for new guy, and the biggest tip is learn the 3 weekly events and save the 3 resources for them. They rotate every single 3 weeks, and they'll always come back. So Miracle Eyes, wheel tokens, and gold keys. Verthandi will help you a lot, yes. Okay, so DD, you can see this guy's Lorelei right here. It has wings on it. This is basically 11 star. This is going beyond 10. So we say 11 star is the same as T1 and so forth. Alright, I'm going to give this I feel like Skuld's just not that useful on this team. I'm gonna give you a 5.5. Hey, Willie. Arc Valkyrie is much better. And hi, Velia. I know that you have good Skuld and Freya, but the rest is just paired like, Yellow traffic light, you can just get these achievements later when you've got T2s, T4s, so it's not really an issue to hurry them out right now. It's not a humongous amount of gems. Trollcraft, you probably do. Alright, so next is Slick. Thought, didn't you submit last time? Oh man. Another Skuld tank, huh? Well, this is basically the same as Nima just now. But you've got an Aura going. Okay. I don't remember who Gabriel, I don't know yet. 629. Well, when's the last one I did? The last one I did might have been 629, actually. It's probably been a month. It's probably been a month since I last did it. Alright. So right now, if you submitted last month, I would ask that you either delete your post or please tell me to skip yours, because should we just do everybody? I guess it has been, because I did skip one. Okay, let's just do everything then. I'll go back to Muse after this. Monkey King's way better than Grand. Alright, so this is an okay team. It's just in process. You've got a lot more Kurtz than me, so this is minus... This is like a minus 20. Alex, I put one out this morning. Lorelei is actually fairly easy to get. She's been offered as reward for multiple events now. So a lot of people have just ended up stacking a lot of copies. Kurt, on the other hand, or Themis, not as easy. Alright, so this team, I'm going to give this a 7. You've got the Aura, you've got solid T4s. Actually, we'll give it a 7.5. JMax, I'm not going to take team questions outside of the submissions in the chat today. I'd say there's actually nothing you can do with this other than get those copies of Phoenix so that he can tank. Skuld is not the ideal tank, she's just kind of someone that fills in. But yeah, this is a solid team, just needs copies. And Lorelei is better than Dro, so eventually you're probably going to have to work on her. Purple 250 to 300, I think it's 180 million. No, that's not true. I think it's like 300 million, 200 and something million. It's close to 300 million purple. It's ridiculously high. The last 10 levels alone is like 90 million. I'm starting at Discord timestamp 7:53 p.m. Alright, let's go back and do Muse. It's so expensive to level a T4. Like, my my main is still working on one for the last 2 weeks. I can't get enough purple. Alright, let's see here. Huh. Freya, then Verth, then Skuld, then Lorelei. That's a great order. Okay. Medusa 10 stars, perfectly fine. Anybody can have Medusa 10. She's good at 10 stars. She's just not good beyond that. Okay, so you ask, where do you prioritize Freya, Verthandi, and Lorelei? In this case, I'd prioritize Freya because she's your carry. She needs to be the strongest. Yeah, a lot of his stuff is underleveled. This Verthandi is underleveled. This Freya is underleveled. The Lorelei is underleveled. So he is just poor. Trollcraft, I will try and get to it. No guarantees. This Lindbergh, my god, if you hit anybody with like a Freya with energy, this Lindbergh just dies turn 1. He is going to be the last one to fire in the entire field, so I don't think he's super useful, especially if you don't have a hit rate rune on him and like red 4 gear. Mr. X, there is no gift code right now. The gap between Lorelei and Dro is not that big. Lorelei is better, but Dro is still perfectly usable. Skill damage plus hit rate, it's not enough. Like, hit rate rune on him is just still not enough. He still misses so much, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why he's so unreliable. If that's working for you, I guess that's okay, but if you're hitting a lot of teams that have multiple energy, like they have an Aegina plus Freya with energy, your Lindbergh's wasted. And there's not much else you can put the energy on. You could put it on Aegina as well. That's okay. Well, if it's working for now, keep doing it. Just don't expect it to be long term. In terms of priority, Freya, then Verthandi, then Lorelei. Daniel, honestly, I'd keep attack. Scold is tanky enough. She'll survive. So this team, six and a half. I can give it a 6.5. I mean, it's gimmicky, and the other thing is, actually, I don't know what else you can do with it. This is fine. Yeah, this Lindbergh is going to end up being useless very soon, so get ready for that. Alright, next is Thought Destroyer. You've got 2 Lorelei, 1 Aegina. 9 Phoenix or 10 Medusa, take the Phoenix. Gulshan, there will be a Golden Key event next week, actually. But try not to pull all your keys. Try to only pull like 40 or 80 and save the rest. 5-star on a T4 team. Well, actually, that's not a huge factor at this point, because this hero was going to be useless if it was 8 stars or even 10 stars. So because this one is so wasted, it's not that bad at the T4 level. Zergon, probably Reaper, but actually it's not great on any of those. Hey, Axel. So the thing is that people that build their first T4s or their first couple of T4s, they cannibalize their entire team. And this is completely normal, that they fill it in with just junk. So this is not great, it's not terrible. Bale best with Attack Rune and Ragnarok. Probably Death Break and either Tears of the Goddess or Ragnarok. If Death Break, then you could use Hell Disaster maybe. Reaper is very hard to stop early on. As a first or second T4, he, like Detlef, is just... there's nothing you can do except try to crowd control him. Khalil... Khalil would work. Khalil would work. But he doesn't have one. You need a 6-star Khalil. But I don't think that's that good, because Freya isn't a burst hero like that. Freya is more RNG based. Khalil would work better with Reaper, with Kurt, with Themis, for people that have the one skill that needs to be ultra powerful. So Khalil, not as huge in this case. Shadow Beast, I've gotten very sick of peaks. It's very difficult. So I'll give this a 7.5. Nice and average. Ultima would do good here, actually. Ultima, a 6-star Ultima in front just to power up Freya and Detlef in the back, not a bad idea. So if you can throw in Ultima, that would help. I mean, because this spot is useless anyway, so Ultima is a good one to fill in. Leroy, you use it best on heroes that have naturally high crit rate, like Detlef, or just are their damage is based around crits. So Detlef, Nameless King, any assassin really. Actually, Dro can use it if you want to use her for something different. Leonardo, I can't. There were probably 1,000 teams posted since the last problem. Do you want me to go through those all? Velia, he got healing. A little bit of self-healing, and he just does way more damage at T4. Ronin, you definitely want at least 2 star shards. Alright, so Thought 7.5. Hi, Qatar. Well, Leonardo, I think you know the answer to that one. Darkness, your heroes are totally visible, and I answered. Why does Lorelei outclass Dro? Dro misses a lot, and her stun is not reliable, so Lorelei is better for more damage, plus the speed reduction, plus the... she's very anti-Aegina. Rillia, Viv, Aiden, Skuld, Lorelei, Freya. Zergon, I really just answered that. There's not that many heroes that do it. Basically, Bale, Nameless King, and Detlaf. And Dro, I guess. Hi, Fun Gamer. Nima, that's really wasteful. It's doable, but it's just really wasteful. Those souls don't come that fast. Alright, so Freya T2. Early Freya T2 is great. This Vivienne is not great. Rillia as your tank is absolutely trash. I'd probably put Grand back as tank. Go off Ara, use your top 5 plus... I don't know. I don't know who the 6th one should be. But it doesn't matter because they're trash, basically. Anything else you use outside of these top 5 is just bad. But Freya as your first T2 is definitely great. If he pursues Verthandi, he's going to go off Ara early, which is not bad, but... I mean, it's better than pumping resources into a really bad Vivienne. So pushing Verthandi is an option. But the thing is, if you push Verthandi, you're getting rid of Grand, and you still need a 6th hero. So Reaper is probably a decent one here. If you can make him. And I don't know what else you've got copies of. It doesn't look like you've got much to work with. So I guess focus on Freya and hope that she carries you long enough for everything else to matter. Or for everything else to get carried. So this team as... Hey Nano. So you're using these 6... Oh my god. You're using an under-leveled Vivienne, a low-level Rillia, and... I'm gonna give you a 4. Freya is not as strong at 10. Well, I can't critique people based on their opponents. I can only critique them on long-term viability. I guess, but... Skuld is wasted. Skuld's gonna throw her revive out turn 1. And that doesn't buff anything. You're banking everything on, I hope, an energy on this Freya. And hoping to shut them down turn 1. Because after that, you got nothing. Freya is not even a carry at turn 1. If he gets... Skuld is only not wasted if she's the same star as everybody else on the team, or higher. That's the only time she's not wasted. Right now, she's going to use her revive on this Vivienne, which is... Does that help anybody? No. So, if you make an early Freya T2, it's going to be great. However, Skuld is never going to revive the Freya. She's just going to waste her revive on one of these heroes. So, early Skuld, unfortunately, is not an end-all, be-all superpower team. Not when paired with fodder heroes like this. So, you've got some work cut out for you. I would still say, yeah, work on Verthandi. Maybe Reaper. And do what you can. Honestly, at that point, you might as well just use a two-man team and just go in with Skuld and Freya, because honestly, it's going to accomplish about the same thing. Oh well. Alright, next is clickbait. Zergon, best is probably Demon Fighter or Orphe. Verthandi first T4 is decent. Actually, it's pretty strong. Alright, what do the heroes to focus on? Heaven and Hell. Decent alliance. Outside of Valkyrie and Saizo, there is no decent alliance. Ultima, I guess. 10-star Verthandi. Wow, here's a first Lorelei. Yikes. Saizo is just decent. Not better than decent. It's funny that he says, next I will work on Freya and Detlef. You don't have copies of Freya. You don't have copies of Detlef. That you haven't even started to build him. How is... To start a new hero from scratch is just... rip, kind of. You should have been building those heroes all this time. But Verthandi definitely is highest priority for you. A tank. So once you've got a damage dealer set, your first one really needs to be a tank. Your next one always needs to be a tank. Does he have enough Verthandi? Let me see. 8, 9, 10. T2? He has enough for T2 Verthandi? Not great. Willy, probably Lorelei, just because Skuld's not useful yet at T4. Well, you have shards for 2 of them. You have 3 copies here. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 copies. That's enough for T3. Not enough for T4 yet, but I would probably work on Verthandi next. Definitely by the time she's finished, you'll have enough feathers to get the last one. Darkness, it might be too late. Hey, Bankapoo. Evan, absolutely yes. Alright, so. Priority, definitely Verthandi. Alliance outside of them is Ultima, but only if the rest of your team is powerful enough, which you're quite lacking right now. Ultima paired with Freya and Lorelei is meh. The burst is not quite high enough. I wouldn't start working on Themis. Themis can't be used unless you've got Skuld. And if she gets stuck at 9 stars and can't go any further, well, you wasted all your heaven and hell or your heaven fodder to get nothing, to get a hero that isn't even usable. So definitely don't work on Themis at all. Man. Verthandi is very strong for honor, period. Just period. She's very good. I can't give him a 5. He's got one hero and absolutely nothing else. Lorelei isn't strong enough to make up for all of this. Now this will work against... Okay, so you probably dominate your server with one T4, but if their first T4 is a Reaper, you die. If it's a Freya, you die. If it's a Detlef, you die. If it's a Phoenix, you may or may not win. I'm not sure. So this is not a very strong team. I'll give this a 3.5. No, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. It's not that bad, I guess. Okay, we'll give it a 4.5. 4.5. If they have a T4 Phoenix, do you win? I don't know. That one is iffy. But definitely against Freya, Detlef, Valkyrie, I think you're doomed. So, Lorelei is just not a carry T4 at all. Yellow traffic light. The update isn't live yet. So, but once it goes live, then yes. I don't think he beats a Phoenix. Alright, Loyal Chicken. Lexar food? Yeah, he's pretty much food. Well, Bulldog, is this you? Okay. Phoenix, Kurt, Freya, Lorelei, Dro, Detlef. Okay. It's not bad. Where have all your miracle eyes gone? Are they not used in heaven and hell? I would say it's a bad idea to wait specifically for Valkyrie to be the key reward. Man, we all need Skuld. So it's not so bad to dump the Dro. The Kurt is not great without Skuld, but is useless anyway at just 10 stars. His team's not bad. It's not ideal, but it's not bad. Lindbergh, it might be too late. I think it's too late. You know what? I'm going to close it in a couple minutes. Jin, they're good early, they're bad later. So probably work on Verthandi, work on... That's really your only option, is work on Verthandi. Chris, I would prefer that not to be the norm. Ditch the Dro for Skuld? Not this Skuld. Not his 6-star Skuld. She's just gonna heal her. She's just gonna revive herself and be useless. Alright, so in your case, work Verthandi. That's really your only option right now. By making Verthandi, you are committing to have Verthandi be the tank over Phoenix. So it's not that it's a great option, it's just that of all the heroes that you can build, she is the most She's the one that fits the easiest into your team. But if you don't want to commit to Verthandi, then you're stuck where you are waiting for copies. But this team as it is not bad. Verthandi 9 and 10. Her 10-star skill adds true damage to the entire team. Not a huge gain, but not significant. Especially when you're looking at T4s, and the Verthandi may not ever even fire. So this team, I'll give it a 7. Just one spot off 7.5, which is the nice average Unity because you don't have Unity. But it's not a bad team. Definitely, you're just stuck waiting on copies. Try not to focus too hard on Kurt because he's very not useful without Scald. So try to focus on somebody else if possible. Gujin, I thought you had another Discord name. How come you went under Igor? Alright, next is Leo G. Uh-oh, Chris did it. Chris did it. Chris, you weren't supposed to do that. Kurt good at 10? He's fine at 10. But again, he's not good without Scald. Teddy cat. Monkey King is great. If you know you want to make him, then he's worth pulling. Aji, he has not finished, but there's a few other people that have. Mo Crazy has, and there's at least a couple other people on other servers that have as well. Bold is still stuck at T3. Corey Medusa is trash past 10 stars, so don't make her. Who is this again? This is Leo G. Alright, Chris, you gotta pair that with your Discord name, I guess. Themis is amazing, but she needs to be paired with Scald. Well, she doesn't need it, but it helps a lot because she wants Scald to guarantee that she fires, and she wants Phoenix to give her the extra 30% damage. Right now, she's good with multiple Phoenixes, but that's gonna go away soon. Alright, let's see here. My main team is just average. It's a strong Unity team, that's it. You know, I don't know if I would put Valkyrie second here. I might put someone else second and put Valkyrie third. Like maybe Dro? Maybe Dro second? Maybe Detlaf? I don't know. Uh, 182 David, but you don't do the extra damage. The whole point of double Phoenix is to get the double 30% damage to make your heroes do huge damage. It means that if you use double Phoenix, your Freya, Themis, Kurt, whatever, will not blow up the whole team like they would before. So the energy production is good, but it's more random number. Alejandro, I can only do it in the order it was submitted. If you submitted within the next 30 or so people, you can watch the video on demand and your team will be critiqued whether or not you're here. With Double Phoenix nerfed, we may go back to Unity. Unity may become the strongest again. No guarantees. Alright. So this Skuld is useless, but whatever. Bloodtooth is trash. You know what? This team is good. It's good. I'd probably swap Valkyrie to third just because Phoenix may die quickly, ending up with Valkyrie getting blown up sooner than she should be. So I might put someone else here, maybe Dro. But otherwise, this is a very, very solid team. Darkness, I do it every 2 weeks. So I give this a 7.5. It's a solid Unity. Det to Aegina, that's a great choice. Yellow traffic lights, Skuld's revive was wasted, period. And I think that you might honestly, I don't think it makes a giant difference what happens, because this Skuld's gonna die so fast that I don't think it's gonna change much of anything. Ragnarok best on Lorelei? I don't know about best. It's pretty good on her. It's good on Valkyrie. It's good on Detlef. It's good on Aegina. Alright, where the heck is Woody? Hey, Woody. Chris, what's your timestamp? Oh, I see it. I found it. No, come back. He jumped the line, which is not something I'm sure I want to encourage moving forward. But also, I'm going to close submissions real quick. Okay. Medusa is good up to 10 stars. After that, no. Very bad after 10 stars. Alright, let's take a look here. What do we got? Dude, this is basically perfect. This is perfect Unity right now. The only upgrade is Bale and or Aegina. And you know what? Aegina underperforms a little bit, I think, against this team. She can do really good, but I feel like Detlef is a little bit more reliable on this team than Aegina. Wait, what happened? Oh, what happened? There we go. That's weird. This is... Afara 5 copies is for 10 stars. Detlef is very, very good. He's unreliable because if he kills the wrong hero too early and Skuld revives them, you can get blown up. So if he doesn't land a kill on his first skill, you've probably lost. And he doesn't do that every time, which is why Aegina is more reliable. So, Darkness, it's a random day. I announce it on the Discord or on the streams when the next team critique is going to be. It's not the same day. Medusa or Reaper, take Reaper. So I basically use this team on my main, except I use Aegina. And honestly, I lose to Detlef a lot. I win a lot, but I lose a lot. So I haven't done enough runs to know like what the exact numbers is, but I feel like RNG favors Aegina. I'm going to give this an 8.5 because this is as good as it gets. Another Scold? No. Double Scold is very specific for when you're using someone like Kurt or Themis or like maybe double Lorelei or something. It's very hard to use double Scold in PvP, in a single PvP team. Very, very hard. Kurt T4. Kurt T4. We're gonna have to see how well Kurt T4 works now, honestly. PvP is player versus player. We are gonna have to see how Kurt does. Because you can't use a double Phoenix team, so it may have to be something like... You may need to add Freya or Lorelei instead of Phoenix, and then it's not as good. You may need 2 power heroes. You may need double Kurt. You may need Kurt and Themis. It's honestly gonna be a whole new world once the update hits. Hey SG. Double Skull, double Valk, double Lorelei. Bold uses that. It works. It's very strong. You might want to ask him. Scold, sold, det. I wouldn't go double Detlef. That's just too much RNG. And if one of those Detlefs fails to... let me think. You're banking on picking them off one by one, which can work. It totally is viable, but... It's so random. And Detlef is very, very vulnerable to crowd control. I think it could work. It would be weird, but I think it could work. I think double Detlef would pretty surely guarantee the first kill. Eye of Heaven on Detlef. He doesn't really need it because mages have base hit rate. So now you're banking on if double Detlef doesn't get the kill, you're doomed. You're completely doomed. Like, it can happen a lot that Detlef will hit Valkyrie, knock her down to 30% without killing her, and the next Detlef will fire and he'll do 1 damage. That happens. That happens a lot. I've seen my Detlef hit Valkyries for 1 damage way too many times. And it's not an unusual task. So if both Detlefs fire on the same Valkyrie without getting the kill, you're done. You've lost. And I feel like that's gonna happen a lot if the first Detlef doesn't crit. So something to think about. You are playing the gambling game at that point. Goosey, both of those are viable. Medusa's fine up to 10, but she's also fodder at 10 or higher. So this is a great team, but there's not much you can do with it. This team will carry you to the end. Absolutely. The only way... Double Scold is hard to use, double Phoenix is hard to use, double Detlef is very hard to use, and Kurt is also very hard to use. Willy at T3, Valkyrie, if you have the right talent on, Valkyrie gets 100% damage reduction and clears all crowd control when she drops below 30%. All Alliance have that. Attack for Detlef is good, so is defense break. 3 Detlefs with 3 Phoenixes? No, that's trash. You get hit by one Aegina, 1 Freya, you're done. You have no way to cleanse your crowd control, and your Detlefs will just get stunned, silenced, petrified, and they're done. Detlef benefits a lot from having Scald. Alright. Moving on, Dragoon. So I would say Perfect Unity gets an 8.5. Does it get a 9? It might get a 9 at this time. I'm not sure. You know what? I'd say it would get a 9 once the Phoenix nerf lands. Right now, while the Phoenix nerf still exists, we're going to keep it at an 8.5. That's going to be that's my cutoff point. Phoenix is still better than Kurt in Unity. The 6 of the same heroes? Hey, Abdan. 6 of the same hero. Aegina, maybe? I think it would be nigh impossible to stop Aegina. 6 Monkey King could do it. 6 Verthandi could do it. 6 Aegina, I think, would be insane. Monkey King is worth pulling if you plan to use him. 6 Drows with energy. Remember that she doesn't she only stuns clerics. Her damage, very, very bad. Detlef will wipe her out so fast. Detlef will just tear up Drows instantly. 6 Themis. I don't think so, because Themis needs to die to become strong. So it's very hard to control that they only fire their skill after they die. And also she does better with... It could be strong. I don't think it's enough, but I think it could be fun. Six Detlefs only... So here's the thing about Detlef. The thing that makes Detlef really, really good is that he needs to be paired with Phoenix Burn and Scald Crit and True Damage and all of that. If he doesn't have that actually on his own, he may not get those kills. He kind of needs that Phoenix buff to be hitting those 2 million crits. 6 Freyas would be fun, but I don't think it would be unstoppable. Freya is very, very squishy. Alright, so Dragoon asks, what do I build next? Bad luck with Alliance. Okay, standard stuff. 4 Phoenixes right now is trash, Vandette. Aswin, probably Walnir, but neither one is great. The Master, I don't understand that. But if one dies, the other 5 will all get stronger. Actually, 6 Reapers could be crazy. Hey, Latiki. Alright, so he has absolutely no luck with Alliance. Holy cow. What are you using your Moonstones on? Okay, Robert. Let's play a game. Let's simulate what happens if you have 6 Lindberghs. A, they only hit the back line, meaning you can never hit anyone in front. So if there's someone like, I don't know, somebody that resists his damage, or if they have something in the back that survives long enough for the front to kill you, you die. Second of all, 3 of those Lindberghs are probably going to completely miss their skills, meaning you've actually only got 3 viable Lindberghs. Okay, So now let's say 3 Lindberghs fire and completely stun the backline. Now their front line kills you. As you've seen here, most people will put their Detlaffs, their Aeginas, their Freyas. If that's their powerhouse, they're in the front. Guess what? You haven't even touched them. So 6 Lindberghs is just gonna... Honestly, you're gonna laugh at how badly you lose. Trollcraft, I would not. Dro's not good enough to be worth Moonstones. Lindbergh, if Lindbergh can't wipe out the entire backline, if they have a tough person in the backline, that's it. Lindbergh sucks. How do you get Phoenix Stones? At this time, you can only get them by buying them. RNG is random number generator. The Master, Star Shards, and Tears of the Goddess doesn't come with hit rate, so once again, 3 of those Lindberghs are going to completely miss their skills. Okay, hi Chong. So here, if you've got 500 Moonstones, it's not enough for Valkyrie. I probably would not invest into Valkyrie yet, so you're going to need to go off Ara. So you're going to have to build someone else. You know what, Dragoon? I might suggest going for Monkey King in your case. Monkey King will give you a solid, very, very solid tank. I might suggest going for him as your 6th. He's got Kurt, but look at this Phoenix. This Phoenix is very weak. He has no tank. And this Phoenix has no copies. He has to go off Ara. He's got 5 Kurts. That's only enough to 10-star. That's actually not enough to be useful. So if you can pull some Monkey Kings tomorrow, that'll help you a lot. I would consider making him next. El Rafa, Lorelei with Moonstones. I would hold off. Save your Moonstones for the highest tier of heroes. Skuld, Valkyrie, Phoenix. Lorelei has been rewarded so frequently. She was in 2 Miracle Eye rewards within like 4. 2 out of 4 were her. So she is not hard to get. Also, they've said that she may be added to the monthly rewards. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but I don't think she's rare enough to warrant using Moonstones. Overall, better between Verthandi and Monkey King? Definitely Monkey King. Hey, Bayou. Definitely, definitely Monkey King. Verthandi's just an option if you don't have Monkey King. Hey, Edo. And there are better Hell that you can use. I mean, there's better Heaven too, so it kind of just depends on who you get first, I guess. NDG, I was the first one to have the Miracle Eye and the Key Crown together. And I think not enough people that do this are also pulling on streams. Latigi, there's a lot of questions. Oh. Gaebolg. Well, Gaebolg is only 13 defense break. You can use a Def Break rune, because that's what? 19? How much is a Def Break? No, 14. I would use a Def Break rune. Def Break rune, if I recall, is 14 Def Break, which paired with Gaebolg is 27, which is good. Everybody's got more than 9 defense. So you're guaranteed to use all 27 defense break all the time. Aw, Teddy Cat went to go sleep on the chair. Gerald is trash. NDG, I believe it. Rune for Lorelei, Def Break. No, Speed. I'm using Speed. If Lorelei has Speed, she can be faster than Detlaff and Aegina, and therefore lower their speed. So Lorelei with Speed is very, very good. Ganasham, all heroes have a hidden 20 defense that is not listed on the stats. So even if they have 0, they actually have 20. Okay, so T1 speed is also good, yeah. I would use speed rune, and then T1 speed depends on who you're fighting. How to win streak in peaks? You have to win all 10 fights without losing one and paying gems to continue. Full speed Lorelei recommended. She doesn't need to be faster than Freya. Freya is not enough of a factor. Trollcraft, 99% of the time, Miracle Eye should be used in Heaven and Hell. Only very, very rare cases should you pull outside of that, especially with Themis now and Skuld. Heaven and Hell is the way to go. Anyway, full speed Lorelei suffers a little bit from damage. She loses too much damage. Defense break. Defense is a straight 1 defense is 1% damage reduction in how much you do, and defense break removes that. Okay, so Dragoon, pull for Monkey King if possible. This team, if I had to rate it, you know what? It's still solid Unity. It's still solid. Just you have bad luck. It can go... The problem is the moment that you start working on a low level alliance, this number can go down. Lorelei is better than Dro because Dro has a hit rate problem. She misses a lot. And also, it's very hard for her to stop Skuld because of the T3 bubble. So she's not even guaranteed to stun Skuld turn 1, which means her usefulness has been dropped in half. Alright, so this is... Who is this? Jin Kazama? Vandet, we will see. Things are gonna... The Trollcraft, you can convert now. There is a hard time limit until you can no longer convert, so keep that in mind. Alright, Cigar, this is you. Let's see here. This is solid. This is actually very, very good. 3 Valkyrie, 3 Dro. You don't have enough damage. You have no crowd control resistance. If Freya petrifies 2 of your Valkyries turn 1, you're pretty much done. Phoenix or Skuld won't give you any defense because you don't have Skuld. Detlef will pick that team off. Detlefs and Freyas will just blow up that team. Best damage dealer right now might be Themis. But Themis needs help to get her damage. Alright, so this is a really good team. You just need copies. Good Unity team. This is a really good team. It's not... it needs some work because Aegina is low level here. And you need Skuld, but for where you are, in terms of like the team composition, it's really good. Now your goal is only to get the better heroes in Unity, which is Skuld, Lorelei, maybe Bale, but Bale's hard to get. So, no, this is a really good team. And I probably hit you in arena a lot. Well, if you're in like the top 20, then I hit you a lot. Because I'm not allowed to hit Excalibur members, so I end up hitting a lot of Invictus. Uh, so yeah, I hit everybody that I can hit, honestly. In team arena or in regular arena, I hit whoever I can hit. Because Excalibur is not we're not allowed to hit alliance mates in arena. They don't like that. All right, this is. Oh, I just noticed Cigar is free to play. He was VIP 0, wasn't he? Yeah, VIP 0. So yeah, pretty good. All right, this is Sky Cloud. Lindbergh's just not good, period. It doesn't matter if you do or do not have Skull. Lindbergh's not good. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so Aji, you have to pull 2 round, right? Edo, no, it's the same. It's 30% resources, like always. So you have to pull 2 rounds to get enough moonstones to make the Scold. Is it worth it? So here's the problem with that mindset, is we have no idea what they are doing with Miracle Eyes. No idea. Are they gonna continue to give us like mid to low tier heroes until a new hero is released, and then the new hero gets added to Miracle Eyes, and then we go back to nothing special? I don't know. Is Monkey King a fluke, or are they ranking Monkey King higher than we are? I don't know. So the answer is, I don't know what they're doing with Miracle Eyes. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of good heroes in it coming forward, or if it's going to go back to being trash. The most efficient way to do it is to wait. However, if you are not in a position where you can afford to wait the whole time, then you might as well pull no matter the reward. Because they're definitely never going to put Phoenix, Gold, Valkyrie, Bale in Miracle Eyes. So I just don't know. Unless you can tell the future and know what they're thinking, it's hard to know whether or not it's smart to save Miracle Eyes or not. I'm just gonna save. I'm gonna hope for a decent hero, someone that I can actually use. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do. I don't think it's stupid, because I can afford to wait, but it hurts to keep saving. It definitely hurts. So if you're okay with sacrificing a chance at a really good hero next round, then you could... Oh wait, never mind. You have 400 Miracle Eyes. In that case, go ahead and make Scold. So T4 Verth or T3 Lorelei next. Probably Verthandi. She's a better tank. Zuhair, why would I have any thoughts? He plays Peaks. He's better at it than I am. That's my only thought. I just stopped caring about Peaks completely. Alright, so next, yeah, work on Verthandi. You need a good tank. And since you don't have Phoenix, then it's gotta be Verthandi. Monkey King is a good option, but it's very hard to convince people to invest heavily in Monkey King when they've got a plan going for the rest of their heroes. So it's tough. They're just so expensive to make. Hey Isu. Alright, so this team... I'm gonna give it a 7 because you don't have a tank. Because I feel like Scold is just not a great tank option. I want to get better at peaks, but in order to be good at it, you have to have a really, really deep understanding of absolutely everything. And one peaks run at that level will probably take a long time. Like, it'll probably take you a few hours to play all 10 runs, right? If you have to think about everything, and I'm not willing to do that anymore. So that's why I've quit putting a lot of effort into peaks. I threw out a tier list. I think it's still accurate, but I think that it's too hard and it requires just too much different knowledge than the rest of the game to be worth super focusing on. And I don't have the time to do that anymore. I really don't. All right, Brandon 3010. Luna from the Soul Shop? No. Luna is very common. I actually have not watched one of his videos, but now that I know that he's supposed to be that good, maybe I'll watch a couple. I already place anywhere from like 280 to 350 points pretty reliably. I think my scores and peaks are perfectly acceptable. There is nothing you can do to stop bad luck. Man, even playing Expedition without thinking is tiring, and that only takes a minute. So think about that. Convert Shude to Detlaf right now. You can, but Detlaf 10 isn't very good. Hey, I get 9 to 10 wins all the time. I could post those too. I've got 100 pictures of 10 win peaks. But it's so much luck. Like a team that made it to 10 one time could only make it to 6 another time, and it's nothing amazing. Zergon, if Verthandi is tanking, use gift. Edo, that's a very in-depth question. 335 is not that great. Okay, let me see here. You guys gotta stop distracting me. I'm not making it as far as I should be. If you can get to 400 reliably, there's not much more you need to know. After that, it's luck. Its luck is just plays so much of a part in peaks that there's nothing you can do about it. If Tesla's death stun worked, I think Tesla would be a lot better than he is in peaks. But so far, every time Tesla dies, he fails to stun anybody, and it's a 25% chance. I think he's broken. Kind of like RL was before. Hey, Kete Kasem. Okay. Hey, Habib. Okay. I feel like Bale needs to be paired with some high damage assassins or something. Because just Bale firing is not always enough to get the kills. You need someone like Aiden or Lindbergh or something to weaken specific people so that Bale can get the kills. Like, I don't think Bale's single skill in peaks is strong enough without somebody else to help him. All right, so this team is okay. I don't think that this Kurt is big. It's just a mediocre 10-star team. It's not bad. It's not ideal. But without Phoenix, without Skuld, Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I'll give it a... I can give it a 7.5. You've got a good tank here. What position is Detlaf? Detlaf is anyone you want, is anywhere you want him to be. It doesn't matter front or back. Front is a little bit better because he's kind of squishy, but it's not huge. All right, next is Alejandro. Why does Igor have more pictures here? I'm not taking a second submission from the same person. He's got 3 Phoenixes. Why are people like this submitting? Ah, 3 Phoenixes, Skull, Valkyrie, Detlaf. No. This is actually not super powerful. He doesn't have a single bombing target. It's strong, but it's not... The people that you gotta focus on actually are Kurt and Themis. Hey, Welker. You're in trouble when the nerf comes, I guess. You'll be dropped down to average. Habib, without seeing your roster, it's hard to say. There is no one hero that is always the best. There are ones that are better than others at specific points of the game. Bujin, can I give you the worst team role on your main account instead of this fake second account you made? Yeah, Vanded, he drops to average Unity, and that's it. He goes from super powerful to average Unity. What a drop. I wouldn't pull Miracle Eyes in Elf, though. Probably you can convert an Elf. Hoping for Lorelei. Nothing big. I'm not sure that this team is that hard to beat. He's only got Valkyrie for damage. I guess it's, what, 3 Phoenix, Valkyrie, Skuld, Freya? Ripper, good 10 stars? No, Ripper's trash. I mean, it's strong. We'll give it a 9, but it's not the strongest. Because you don't have the really, really strong AoE heroes, which is basically just Kurt, Themis. And if you stack it up enough, multiple Lorelei's. So... we'll give it a 9, but this is only pre-Phoenix nerf. Once the Phoenix nerf hits, you'll be dropped to an 8.5. Alright, next is Rash. Aegina is so good. Kurt after Lorelei. By that time, 3 Phoenix on one team is no good after the nerf. Ragnarok and Tears of the Goddess. You can get Ragnarok, you cannot get Tears of the Goddess. Amelia. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab you. Ah. I grabbed an Amelia cat who does not want to be held right now. Hey, you. Okay, fine. You don't want to be held right now. I got an Amelia cat. Alright. Oh, a lot of people can stop the Phoenix. The best of the new artifacts? Gaebulg or Gaia Bulga. Gaia Bulg. That's how it's pronounced. Gaia Bulg. It's probably the best of them. Maybe Draconic Scroll. I think that one's too niche. Probably the Gaia Bulg. I think that one's better. Because it's like a budget Ragnarok. Whereas the Draconic Scroll is really only good in friends bosses and guild bosses, and not as good for PvP. Alright, so 5, what you're lacking is Dro. It's Solid Unity. I'll give this a 7.5. Solid Unity. The only thing you're lacking is making Dro T4, and this team is great. Good to go. I feel like if you have a team like this, you should rate yourself 7.5. I don't need to say anything. You know where you're going. This is the best, the basic best Unity team. Christian, you really should not be pulling outside of heaven and hell. So this is Crosha. Aswin, at this time, anybody can go above 6 stars now, 7 stars, because they can still be foddered. So you have basically the same. Big difference between T3 and T4. Depends on the hero. Freya's energy steal goes from 30% to 50% at T4. Phoenix's skill gains does not miss at T4. There are a lot of huge buffs. Is it common for them to give heaven and hell as final reward? It's not uncommon. On a friends boss, guild boss, it would be pretty good. Would it be as good as an 88%? Maybe not. Better than a 42%? Yes. Better than 88? I don't think so. Alex, I don't know. Detlaf from T3 to T4 is gigantic. Detlaf is utter trash before T4. His skill goes from 270% damage to 600. Jin Gift is better. Should you build the Kurt? Not really. Kurt doesn't benefit you that much. I mean, you can do it if you've got spare fodder, but I would rather like to see you focus on Aegina or Skuld. Skuld in particular should be your highest priority at this time. So Kurt is just too hard to use. Moonstones and Skuld to 10 stars. No. Because that's not a small amount of Moonstones. That is 900 Moonstones. 9-star Tesla is okay. Nothing special. This Skuld is basically useless to you until she's T3 or so. She is going to be a drag on the... She's going to do absolutely nothing for your team until she's T2, T3. Moonstones on Valkyrie to finish her would be better, yes. Just keep doing what you're doing and wait for copies. Moonstones are best used for like 7th, 8th, 9th copy. Ouch. I donated blood today, so I got this thing that I forgot I should probably take off. Ow. This tape hurts. Ow. Ow. Oh. Best rune for Aegina, Defense Break, Artifact, Tears of the Goddess. Info about the new Hell hero? You will hear it as soon as we know it. They have not announced anything. Star Shards for Phoenix or Freya? Put it on Freya. Tesla or Vivienne? Take Tesla. But neither one should go above 10 stars. Okay, so yeah, you know where you're going with this. Your progress is good. And your tank is good, so 7.5 it is. Solid unity. 7th copy of Aegina. How do you get Tears of the Goddess? It's only available in certain special events and usually costs anywhere from $200 to $400. Hey, Lagnarok. And I am not joking. Tears of the Goddess is very expensive. How to avoid Vivienne in the Elite Hero chest? You don't. There is nothing you can do to prevent yourself from getting a Vivienne. I should be drinking a lot of water. I did the Power Red donation, which is they took my blood, they spun out the plasma, and then put the plasma back in. So I guess I'm supposed to drink a lot of water all week. Okay, why is there a level 1 hero here? What is this? Holy cow. Wait, why are there 2 teams? Nope, only doing one of them. Gujen, you can. There's no guarantee that they will even be offered. Themis was not offered in Miracle Eyes, so most likely the Hell one will not either. I'm probably gonna go another hour and something, so let's hurry up. Okay, Kankuro. Shudmel or Detlaf? Detlaf at T4. Anything before that, Shudmel. Why is everything level 100? What the heck, man? Did you fodder your entire team to make this Freya? Like, even somebody that has a T4 should have more than one hero above 160. Litigi, there will be eventually. Good night, Vandit. Thanks for stopping in. No news on them yet. It's just stuff that we know will happen someday. And the next hero guaranteed is going to be Hell whenever it comes out. Man, how did you end up with everything level 100? That's rip. That is rip. Alright, I'm going to give this team a 7. Your tank is low. You've got one source of damage. It works. It's not ideal, but you've got the unity buff. It's not great. Gujen, yes. However, there's no point specifically saving for that because what are the chances? You can't even get your own... You can't even get a scold out of Heaven and Hell when you try to pull for her. You would give them a 2? This is way better than a 2. This is a T4 Freya. This is T4. She alone blows up teams. Remember that. This team is solid. The rest of the stuff is kind of weak, but this team is going to kill every team of full T2s. I don't know where his priorities are. Like, he went straight for the Freya and dumped everything, but he did it, and the guy I gave a 4 to had Lorelei as his single T4. Igor had 0, and Igor got a 4, Gujen. Clickbait had 1, and it's Lorelei. Freya is way better than Lorelei. Way, way better than Lorelei. It's not even a comparison. But this guy has weird priorities. Zergon, no. You only need flags up to 10 stars. Past that, you just need gold souls. At full T4, how to counter Detlef? Scald. Scald or crowd control. You have to silence him, petrify him, stun him, or have him hit someone that gets revived by Scald, and then kill him before he can fire again. That's really all you got. So this is one-on-one. Freya will kill the Lorelei. That's what it is. Lorelei is not a carry, Freya is. There's the difference. Alright, so moving on to Marcel. Alex, submissions are closed. If you were on Discord, you would see the channel is closed. Alright, gotta go faster. Yikes, Luna. Valkyrie, it depends though. He also has a 9-star Phoenix. 9-star Phoenix will tank enough hits to let the Freya fire. And like I said, Freya is a carry. Best Hell Hero, I think the best at T4 is Bale. But Freya is infinitely easier to get than Bale. I wouldn't give a 4 to just T4 Valk. There has to be a reason. Because you're saying that I gave 4s to people with 2 T4s, and that didn't happen this stream. Alright, so actually someone has said Luna is at least workable at T4. I don't believe it because I've never had trouble with one. But I'm going to go on with my opinion that Luna higher than 10-star is not useful. Kurt in back is fine, but you don't have enough damage. Oh, I'm gonna love seeing one of those, Muse. I'm gonna love it. I get to give them a 1. Alright, I'm gonna give this team a 6.5. It's evenly built, it works well. It lacks a little bit because you've got a lot of underleveled people here. 6. He's got a tank and he's got a T3 Freya. It's not that bad. Can Freya T4 kill this team? Yes. Leonardo, that was a long time ago and only applied to Planet Trial. Well, single T4... Actually, T4s kill T2s. I don't know about T3s. Might get killed by the Verthandi, actually. But T4 Freya... I don't know. If the Freya gets lucky, I think he can. Because if Freya fires skill, steals enough energy to fire again, and kills the weak people plus petrifies the strong people, it can work. But Freya is not as strong of a carry as the rest of them. Well, if I give this guy a 6.5 and this beats the other guy, I'll drop Kankuro to a 6.5 too then. Okay, we'll drop him to a 6.5. Hey, Cespi. Alright, we drop Konkuro to a 6.5. We'll go with that. The thing is, Freya is just very unreliable. She's so strong, but she's just not reliable. Ragnarok, it's going to be the same. Nothing is changing. Alright, next is LF. Okay, this is going to be a hard team to kill, actually. Best first T4 Valkyrie? Yes, I believe so. This is solid. This is a very, very hard team to beat. Aegina can use Gaia Bullock or can use Ragnarok, but I find that she's most reliable with Tears of the Goddess. Because sometimes, if their team goes off turn 1, which is very, very frequent now, it's very hard for Aegina to be sure to fire on round 2. So I would rather have Tears of the Goddess on her to give her as much chance as possible to fire on turn 1, because she does so much damage. Would you put Kurt in back here? Where is Kurt better here? T1 should do Aegina? Yes. Would I put Kurt in back or front? I feel like he should still be in front. 9-star Dro is tank. If you have literally no one else, then yes, Dro can tank. Because of her silence, it can disrupt a team very, very hard. But it's not ideal. And you better prepare for her to die real fast. Remember also that Dro doesn't have her cleric stun before 10 stars. I don't know about this one. Verthandi is one of the best single T4s. But if that Freya is also paired with someone else... The thing is, Verthandi falls off in usefulness. Once you've got 2, 3, 4 T4s, there's better than Verthandi. If you've only got one, Verthandi's amazing. But if you're thinking really, really long term, Verthandi falls off, and it's better to not focus on her. Is Verthandi a better tank or Phoenix? Verthandi is a better tank. However, by using Phoenix as a tank, you can use a better Heaven, like Skuld or Themis. Alright, can I give this an 8? I feel like this guy's balance is perfect to go better than average Unity. I'm thinking of giving him an 8. This team is very hard to stop early, and it's going to hold, especially if he keeps these heroes. It will continue to be very strong all the way through to T4, the whole team. Arc Ninja, absolutely. Skuld is one of the best heroes in the game. It's a pretty big stat jump. It's not major, but when everything comes down to, like... When you've got 2 T4s and the T1 speed is the only thing that makes one different than the other, those levels are pretty important. Return Mars to build Skuld? Yes. Mars is actually a decent damage dealer. I don't know that I want to get rid of him, but he's worth keeping. He's just not super powerful. Hey, Jack. Alright, this is Villia. Thing about Mars is he's good, but he's not good in all situations. Skuld is good in all situations. That's the big difference there. Okay. I don't know. When is it your turn? Verthandi should be here. Verthandi should be your tank behind Ultima. Otherwise, you know what? Gujen Silence is the only different one. Silence, they can still do regular attack and gain energy. Petrify, Freeze, and Stun, they cannot. Alpha Dog, that's a terrible idea. I don't care who you decide not to use, that's a terrible idea. Returning Grand for Lorelei or for Dro, either one of those is fine. Focus on whoever you know you can get more copies of, though. If you focus on Lorelei and she never goes beyond 8, that's a terrible idea. Khalil or Abyss Lord, they're both trash. If you need the tank, use Abyss Lord. Otherwise, a Khalil is good for making it a bomb team where you just blow them up on turn 2. Okay, so this right now is basically an early mediocre team. It's not terrible. It's made up of a lot of 6.5. I can give it a 6.5. Alpha Dog, if you're not pairing Kurt with double Phoenix and double Skuld, he's hard to use. Jack Lorelei is better. 121. He's not... I mean, this is fine. It's just a mediocre player. Big Boss, the nerf does not affect single Phoenix teams at all. Based on his level and VIP, he's doing okay. Not great. He's probably getting wrecked by everybody that started at the same time and has single T4s. It definitely feels like you should have some, at least a T1, T2 at this point. Convert Medusa for Kurt? No. Well, you can. It does nothing special for you. Kurt's pretty bad. Alright, let's bring back Igor's, or Gujen's team. Because he keeps thinking that people are doing better than... Alright, Gujen, he's got a tank. 2 tanks in Ultima and this. Compared to other 9-star teams, this is extremely solid. Versus you, you've got a 6-star and a 7-star. You are pairing 6 and 7 stars with 10 stars. He has nothing lower than an 8. That's a gigantic difference. So yes, his team is better. And also, Rillia and Vivienne are pure trash level. The only bad hero on this team is Medusa. So, sorry, sir. You lose. Kurt's not bad. He's just very hard to use. He has the potential to do a humongous damage. However, without having double Phoenix and Skuld, he's very unreliable. Prejudice, test it. If Phoenix dies too fast, make him less defensive. I'm going to drop this to a 6, actually. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not powerful. It's relatively weak for a Unity. It's better than better than like the average team, but it's not amazing. I'm going to say 6. This is not a 7. This team is going to struggle a little bit because his highest level is Shude, who is not a damage dealer at all. Shude has never, ever been a damage dealer. And his damage is all 9-star, which struggles a lot. Alright. Shude should not be in the back. Shude is the fastest... third fastest unit in the game. She doesn't need to be in the back. She doesn't need to benefit from Ultima's speed. Medusa is trash. Well, if you've beaten T3 Medusas, then you know yourself Medusa is trash. Velia, well, if he's right and you don't have max cleric speed, you might want to focus on that. Alright, I need to move forward. Next is Taekwondo. It's not a... So you know where you need to go. Everybody you've got outside of Medusa is well worth leveling, except for Shude Mel, so focus on copies. 8-star Ripper, trash. Does Khalil stack? I don't think 2 Khalil stacks, does it? I don't recall, actually. Let me see. Additively? I don't see this gimmick being that amazing. I don't think these heroes benefit enough from the damage to make it worth it. Like the Lorelei is low level and low star and under leveled. Dro is not high damage. And Freya is, I mean, Freya's not that amazing. Khalil and Ultima buff absolutely stacks. Trollcraft, when Khalil 6 stars dies, he raises attack of the entire team by 27%. 2 Phoenix, 1 Kurt, 2 Bale, 1 Dro. No, you need Scold. I don't think this survives long enough to work. Now, if this Dro was a Reaper, that would be insane. This would be totally insane. But with Dro and Lorelei, I feel like it falls short. Robert, you probably could just replace Kurt at that point. Or Dro, actually. Replace Dro. Good luck getting 2 Bales, though. Jeez. I don't like it. I don't like it. He doesn't have better than this Khalil, definitely. But I don't think it's a great team. Big Boss, no. Well, actually, at 9 stars, it's higher, I think. Let me look. Oh, wait. I might not be able to see it. How can I see 9-star Khalil? I can't. I do not like gimmick teams. So if this Dro was a Reaper, this team could at least function. But I feel like with this team as it is, he doesn't have someone that benefits enough from the attack gain to warrant this level of gimmick. He could take out one, throw in the Kurt in spot 3. That would be I don't think it would be a gigantic buff. Crazy, and can you look at his passive 3 and tell me what it says? Nathan, they can always change. It is not 100% what it is that it's over there. They can always change something. It's, you know, probably a good 80-90% solid, but just to give myself a margin of error, I always say tentative, that's all. So add 0.38, huh? Okay. Alright, 5.62. But we're adding 0.38 for Pogi. So this guy, a Ripper and Reaper are not pronounced the same. Litigi, they have often changed small things in like the anniversary. They changed Secret Treasure before. They've changed, they've never really changed the... Oh, actually, they have changed when Aegina came out, because we didn't get Aegina until a month after she came out in the Chinese servers. So even though Chinese servers had Aegina, we didn't have her. So yes, it has happened. Big Boss, remember that 5 is average. 5.5, 5 to 5.5 is smack dab in the middle. Does good against some teams, bad against other teams, perfectly average. Oh dang, Khalil 9-star goes up to 36%. Oh, that's decent. Alright, so Taekwondo gets a 6. I don't know what you're going to do with this. You don't have enough firepower in the back and you don't have any replacements. Reaper's a good option, but it's hard to justify making Reaper too strong. What can get a solid 10 is basically something like double Phoenix, double Skull, Kurt, Valkyrie. Something like that could do it. And that's only now. Once the update lands, I don't even know what is a 10 anymore. Once the Phoenix nerf hits, it's impossible to know what's going to perform the best until we test it. So we'll see how it goes. Oh wait, I missed one. Alright, so this is Azaroth. Gujan Phoenix is going to stay amazing. Alright, let's see here. Is there an order for this? The order is on Discord. First come, first serve. The later you post, the less chance you can get. Five gold keys from a firework? Ouch. That's like the worst possible reward. Actually, it might be better than an artifact shard, a bound artifact shard. I'd rather have 5 keys than a bound 50 artifact shards. Alright, he has star shards on Freya, and he can make Freya or Lorelei T3. I would say Lorelei or Freya should be your T3. Hey Alex. How do you get Ragnarok? It randomly drops from orange shards, or it's been offered in event rewards many, many times. Alright, this is actually a pretty good team. I'm going to deduct for Ultima, but I would say Ultima should be 10 here, if you're going to use Ultima at all. Or put Ultima in front and put Freya in back. So swap Shoot Mel with Freya, put Ultima in front, hopefully get Ultima to 10. Crazy, and I only take submissions during the first 20-30 minutes of after I go live. So if you're on Discord, I will put like a 10-minute warning when I'm about to do it. Otherwise, I warn people when the next team critique is. Second best tank? Who's the first? Is it Monkey King? First should be Monkey King. Like, in terms of pure tanking potential, Monkey King is still number 1. And I don't think Ultima works in every team. Like in this team, it's not ideal because Ultima is... At 10 stars, Ultima gets a lot harder to kill. Ultima actually was a viable tank at 10 stars, but not at 9. Because she gained so much HP in the upgrade that she became actually good. Now, once T4 is added, I'm not sure, but if you've got Ultima 9, she's never going to fire. 10 might fire. But it depends on whether or not Ultima is your focus. Either way, definitely your first T3 should, or your next T3 should be Freya. Vin, you shouldn't buy Lorelei. She's not worth using Moonstones on. So, if you take Ultima higher, put Ultima in front, and put Shoot Mel in third. Because you want all your damage to be in the back when you've got Ultima. Giovanni, hero's position is relatively important. The squishiest people want to be in the front. And that's actually the only thing that matters. After your tank, that's the only thing that matters. Willy, at that point, Ultima is going to die almost regardless. So when you use Ultima, your goal is to have Ultima hit 50% as fast as possible, give your entire backline an attack buff, and blow them up on turn 2 and 3. That's the entire goal of using Ultima. Squishy units go in the front because more heroes attack the backline than the front line. Like Monkey King hits the back, Lindbergh hits the back, actually Hester hits the back, but that's whatever. Ultima hits the back. There's more chance of a hero hitting the back than anywhere else. The only counter to that pretty much is Zexanoth, who hits the front. So Steven, the point is that if Ultima is 10 star, she may get a skill off. At 9 star, 100% she will not. That's why I suggest taking Ultima to 10, especially when he's got no better alliance options. I used 10-star Ultima for a long time. I know that she survives way better at 10 than she did at 9. 9 versus 9 at 10 versus 10, her 10-star just was much more durable. Mail, if you want to use Monkey King, you can do it. Gujen, I would not. Peaks are a better use of gems. Good night, Nathan. Thanks for stopping in. So that's my answer. Take Ultima higher, put Ultima in front, swap Freya Shoot. This team I can give this a 7.5. Or actually, we'll give it a 7. Scarlet is never worth it. Scarlet's pretty bad. So we'll give this a 7. It's not a bad team. Just needs some work. Alright. Next is... I mean, I know how Ultima works. I've never tried to build a team around her in T4. And I don't have the resources to build one at this time. So, it's more theory crafting and also very, very specific team building to maximize her. As you know, you already knew that you were building a very specific team around Ultima, and that team is not the same as what 99% of players can obtain. So it's very hard to recommend Ultima to anybody that is outside of your position. That's all. Rillia is good from 6 to 8 stars. That's it. Alpha Dog, I have not personally seen any. I know they exist. She's really strong. All right, Zarinha. Wait, who is this? This was Nego Lenin. I feel like that's a very offensive name. Saw Machine is not worth making T4. He needs full speed in order to be somewhat useful. And even then, he will not stop Scold, who is like the primary one that you need to stop. So, and then if you make him full speed, he loses all his damage. It's just not worth it. Mulan has more potential than Saw Machine does, but somebody's gonna have to be a guinea pig to make that T4 Mulan. And it's even worse now because you can't make her and convert her into someone else if she sucks. Peter, probably not. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, Steven, I believe that. In which case, she's basically like Khalil, which is a gimmick, which is not my favorite. Cursed Gun for Aegina is not as good as Soul Torrent. This guy is using... He's using a Hester. It's Unity, but he's got 3 really bad heroes, one of them very underleveled. I'm gonna give it a 6. Themis' potential is higher than Kurt, isn't it? If she fires after she dies. Themis is overall, I think, better than Kurt, especially because of the revive. She just doesn't fit in Unity because she needs Scold. Gujen, you also cannot make Demon Fighter 10 stars. And same with Conrad. And there's a few others like Lone Hero. Wait, no, I think you can 10-star Lone Hero. No, you can't. So Lone Hero, Lionheart, Conrad. There's a lot of heroes that make it to 9 and don't go to 10. Even Khalil, Eagle Eye, there's lots. Alright, I'm going to give this a 6. I don't know what you're doing with this. Kurt and Themis are better if they're built right. If you've got the team to support Themis and Kurt, which again was Double Phoenix and Skuld, they are way better. But I don't have 2 Phoenixes. Otherwise I would do it. Or a Kurt or a Themis. Alright, so this is a 6. It's not great. You are just lacking copies of anything. Try not to take this Medusa past 10 star. Also, do something with this. I don't know what you're doing here. Hi, Gabriel. Iris, you don't have a tank with those two. So yeah, Kurt or Walnir can go up to 9 star. Hey, Ezanim. Oh, this is your team. Vivi will be food. To be replaced by what? And isn't Hester food too? Hey, Roses. But who are you going to use? Kurt's not that good here. On this team, Kurt's not that good. You don't have enough Freyas. You have no copies of anyone better. Maybe Lorelei? But if you fodder Hester, then what are you going to do? You're going to use a level 2 Martin? Anyway, so a single T4 Verthandi will be mediocre for you. She'll be a very strong early hero, but until you get something else to do some damage, your second T4 is pretty much going to have to be Freya or else. You cannot afford to make any other T4 after Verthandi except for Freya in this team. But you don't have enough Freya copies, so hopefully you can get them. After Freya, I don't know. It depends on who you got. I never said Verthandi doesn't do good damage. She just isn't as strong on a full T4 team. One-on-one, Verthandi wins that. Freya will kill herself to self-damage. But 2v2, if it's Freya plus trash versus Verthandi plus trash, or like Freya plus mediocre or Verthandi plus mediocre, it starts getting a little bit more fuzzy. And in a team of 4 T4s, Verthandi plus some decent ones and a trash one, Freya plus some decent ones and a trash one, the Freya team will win that. 1v1, Verthandi wins. But if you're thinking long-term, Verthandi's not long-term. Is there an objectively best T4? Not at this time. Lionheart is trash. Alright, so I mean, this team is okay. T4 Verthandi is great. If your second T4 is Freya, it'll be great. Hopefully you manage to put something together on the rest of this. Verthandi's only good as a tank, maybe 8 stars and higher. 6 stars I don't think is enough. Steven, he said T4 Verth will be next week. And that his next is Freya, which is a good strategy, but hopefully the rest of it gets filled in and is less trash. Is there a prize for the worst team? It's you get a role on the Discord. And I'm going to give it to your main Discord account. I'm not going to give it to this fake one. You don't get to lie to me and put a fake account in here just to avoid the role. Next is Hexa YOLO. Let's see here. Which green? Aegina is the best. No, Verthandi's really good early. 1 or 2. For 1 or 2 T4s, Verthandi's going to be one of the better ones. But higher than that, again, we are looking at these teams in terms of long-term longevity, in terms of how they go. If you continue with this team all the way up to T4, how will it do? Or how will this do against other people with similar star levels? And that's what I'm rating. Because I'm not going to rate gimmicks. Gimmicks get minus 0.38 points. 6. I haven't even looked at this. It's really basic. How did you end up with so much fodder? How do you have multiple 9-star fodders and no 10 stars? It must be flags. For a player like this, flags must be killing him. So in this team, your first 10 stars should be Freya. This team's not that good. Dro is not that good before 10. I'll give it a 6. It's not terrible. It's got a good basis, but Bale is not a gimmick. That's the thing. But I've still never experienced Bale. I've only fought maybe one in Expedition. Like, I don't know how he does. How to increase luck? So first you climb to the top of the highest building you can find, and then you jump off, and then you'll be really lucky for the rest of the gameplay. For as long as you play the game, your luck will be better. Even money doesn't increase luck. That's why I don't just drop money into it, because you can drop $200, $300 and get absolutely nothing. And that's just like, that's the point where you kind of want to quit. And so that's the mindset that I refuse to get into, because I've done that and I've quit games for that reason. That's why I play so slowly in this game. I believe Bale is insane. I've just never seen it. Teddy? Yeah, that's Teddy. That's Teddy over there cleaning himself. Alright. This is not a bad team. This cat tree came from Chewy. I forgot who the maker was. It was their popular brand. Do they take a bath? No. They wash themselves. They don't really enjoy water that much. In terms of highest potential output, Bale is up there. Themis is up there. Kurt is up there. Aegina Chesia... It could be even Chesia, actually, but getting Chesia to put out that damage is not easy. Alright, this is Sunep. Oh man, when cats wash their faces with their arms, it's silly because it's like the most inefficient washing style ever. Like, you cannot get more inefficient than that, and yet they do it. I'm going to give this team a 7. No, I'll give it a 7.5. He's got strong Freya, decent tank, okay support, not great. The problem is that Chesia is so squishy that it's almost impossible for her to live long enough to do that. Almost impossible. Could Dark Judge be the most damaging? It could even be Bloodtooth if he were to survive long enough. If he could drain enough attack to go crazy. Doesn't he keep draining it every time he fires? Like, he could do some crazy stuff. Robert, I'm not doing detailed team questions in chat. I feel like I've said this before. All right. Sunep gets a 7.5. Solid team. Um, that entire team is worth taking a T4. It's good. MZR Godlike. Bloodtooth steals attack, doesn't he? Now I'm going to check. Does he keep stealing it or does it wear off? No, it's only 3 rounds. Okay, never mind. So probably... Then Chesia has the highest ramping up, has the highest self-ramping up of all heroes. Alright, well, here is... unfortunately, it has Shoot. If it didn't have Shoot, I'd give it an 8.5, but because of Shoot, I'll give it an 8. Shoot just... T4 Werewolf. Does he do 1,000? I thought he did 600. But Werewolf doesn't make himself stronger every single time he fires. Chesia, every time she fires her skill, her damage goes up. Oh, Gujen. You just wish it worked like that, don't you? And also, Werewolf only hits one person. Chesia hits all 6 people with increasingly stronger skills. So if she gets lucky with a lot of energy from Phoenix, she definitely is ridiculously strong. Where is my... Okay. So Godlike, we'll give you an 8. We'll take off half a point for Shoot Mel. It's solid. Aside from Shoot Mel, it's really solid. And unfortunately, now you're doomed because you can't even convert this Shoot anymore. I don't know why they got rid of that. Why would they get rid of converting? Like, if they don't give everybody way more Phoenix Stones, I feel like they're hurting a lot of people. Demon Fighter is trash from start to finish. Alright, next is Batosai. Hitokiri Batosai. Who sent way more pictures than I needed. I've seen Shoot Mel do crazy things. If you get stuck with fighting her one-on-one and you don't have enough damage, you die because she out-heals you. But it's rare that that situation happens. Shoot Mel tank T4 is actually semi-viable, but it's not something that I would want to focus my resources into. It could be like a B-level honor team tank. Should you build Aegina now? Yes. Oh wait, Skuld and Lorelei T4 first. Probably Skuld T4 first, then Lorelei, then Aegina. You'd rather get the max power out of the T4s than get your half-built T1, T2 heroes. Alright, who is this? Batosai. Oh my god! I saw the Unity, I was like, okay, and then I saw this. Remember that Detlef is bad before T4. Your future fodder should not be on your team. My goodness. Abyss Lord? 6.5 for this? Can I give it a 6? I I can kind of see 6.5 because at least Aegina and Dro have a passive. So I guess the passive could hurt enough to do something. Man, 6.5 feels too high. I don't disagree. Lindbergh, yes, because those never used Phoenix Stones. $6.25. All right, fine. I'll give him a 6.5. How much crit rate can you max out on your Luna? I have no idea. All right, I'll just give him a 6.5. Hey, Tasia. I see your direction. You destroyed your team to make Verthandi, and that's not a bad choice. So, and you don't have utter trash paired with it. You've got two very, very strong passives here that are worthwhile even at low level. So, yeah, I can see the 6.5. These silences can really wreck a team so badly. Roses I have. I don't think I've ever seen him actually do anything. Alright, next is Rye Guy. Can someone count and tell me how many I've done? I'd like to go for maybe another 25 minutes. Well, if they're... The thing about 27... Oh, God. I'll have to go really fast then. The thing about their passive is, if it comes at the right time, doesn't matter which one it is, it can blow up their team. It can really, really wreck their team. If you stop them right before Freya fires, it can be the entire difference between life and death. Alright, so... I can give this a 7.5. I think it's solid. This is absolutely solid. Detlef is again only... Wait, what? Didn't you have one? Oh, you had a... Yeah, if you can T4 Detlef, totally make him. This is a really good team. Ben, it's closed. Dro or Verthandi next? Focus on Verthandi. Dro's not that good. In fact, try not to focus any more on Dro at all until you're ready to do something until much, much later. Do not buy Phoenix or Valkyrie with Moonstones yet until you've got a couple more copies. At least have them 10 stars or higher before you start buying copies with Moonstones. Muse brings up the point that you should have Verthandi tank, and that is true. This 9-star Phoenix is weak and isn't going to do much for you. So probably put... I would probably say put Verthandi first and Phoenix second. Cadence, I don't think Bloodtooth is good, ever. So I would put Dro second, throw Phoenix somewhere else. Maybe back here where Dro is. No, this is a solid team. If you can keep this up, it's good. Hey, Ryan. Alright, let's go faster. George Iron Fist. Convert shoot for debt? Yes. If you can do it, do it. But you better do it soon because you're running out of time. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see here. If I were you, I would break down this Shoot and use her to make this Skuld higher, if you've got the Skuld copies. I'll give it an 8.5. I believe it. This is endgame viable Unity. It's absolutely is absolutely great. So, but yeah, I would recommend breaking down the Shoot completely and using it to make Skuld copies. This Shoot is, you're never gonna do anything with it. I still can't even bring myself to fodder Shoot. I just can't do it. I'm too attached. I'm too invested. Trollcraft! Trollcraft, why is this so small? Alright, this is Grand Milo, or Trollcraft. Oh, it's blurry because they're so small. I see a Medusa. Yeah, Bulldog, once the patch hits, you can no longer convert heroes. Oh my god. Alpha, but she does no damage. To have no crowd control at all, it's viable. It's not as strong as it could be because now you are yourself vulnerable to crowd control. Amelia, what? Amelia. Here's a cattail. Alright, I can read it, so I will not reduce points for blurriness. The audience will probably reduce you a good 5 points for blurriness. This team is a solid 5. I could see 5.5 because of Unity, but I think I would go with 5 just because it's Medusa. It's not terrible, actually. Like, the build is okay. If Medusa was anyone else, this team would be a good 6.5. But because it is Medusa, I'm going to give it a 5. Alpha, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying that Shoot Mel will never be the factor. At late game play, Shoot is not going to do anything against high level, well built teams. Giovanni, Miracle Pieces convert is different than Phoenix Stone convert. They are not the same thing. Only the Phoenix Stone convert is being removed. Miracle Eyes convert, or Miracle Pieces convert, is not changing. Do I use Shoot and Legion? I do on my trash team because I kept my 10-star. On my third team, I've got nothing. So you get a 5 here. I don't think. So this is Muse thinks you should get a 5.5. I'm gonna give it a 5 because of Medusa, just because Medusa is one of my personal triggers, I guess, because I spend so much time telling people not to build her. And I know that you built her before I said anything, so... Oh, guess what I have? This is an Olivia cat. One sec. Olivia cat. She's a purry cat. Hi, what's up? Can I help you? You gonna sit down or are you gonna leave? You know how all cats love to have their butt scratched? Oh, oh no, she sat down. All right, I got an Olivia cat in my lap today. She's a happy cat right now. Well, we can keep the camera on her while she's here. Okay. Next is Sui Lee. I like dogs. I just didn't want to have one because I know they take a lot more work to take care of. Hi, what's up? So I never wanted to have a dog on my own because I didn't think that I could take care of one on my own. Oh. Hi. That's right. Turn around and she's sitting and purring. What a cute little cat you are. Revert Detlaf and convert Shoed or build Detlaf from scratch. I would probably revert Detlaf and convert Shoed. Shoed is pretty useless. Alright, so Sui Lee, Oops. So Sui Lee. Good night, Trollcraft. Thanks for stopping in. Alright. She's so cute. She has really the cutest... Freya, Aegina, Skuld, Dro are ones that really want star shards. Looks like you've taken a lot of heroes to 9 stars that really didn't need to be 9 yet. Bankapu, by not having any crowd control, you yourself are very vulnerable to crowd control. And the best answer to crowd control is always to crowd control them first. Moonstone for first buy, star shards. So this guy, What are you doing? You are sniffing my arm. Cattail. So if you don't have a... oh, okay, she's gone. This is a solid team. 8, I could give it 8.5. Well, okay, we'll give it 8 because of Shoed Mel. Uh-oh. Amelia, your spot got taken. Guess what? There's 2 cats there, and a 3rd cat looking at him. So I've got all 3 cats in the room right now. Oh, all 3 cats on the tree. I do not know what she is doing. Alright, I'll give it an 8. I think she sees a spider up on the corner. Rune and artifact for Detlaf, defense break, and if you have it, giant lizard or dragon ring, otherwise soul torrent. Okay, next is Ichigo. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yep, there's a spider in the there's a spider on the ceiling, and they are all climbing up to look at it. Olivia, down. Amelia, no. Teddy's just relaxing, and the two girls are trying to figure out how to get to it. Okay, let's see here. So what you can't really see too well is that Amelia is on my shelf of toys. The spider is up higher on the wall, like up on the ceiling, but Amelia is trying to figure out how to get up there. There is no way up there, but she doesn't know that. And Olivia is just climbing over Teddy. Oh. These weird cats. Simplistic, you are very late. I'm actually going to be done soon. Lorelei's Dragon Rune with Detlef's Ragnarok? Yes. Lorelei doesn't need the crit rate as much. Alright, this team is... Oh man, now the spider's above me. Amelia, down. I think I'm getting too distracted now. This team, I'll give it a 6. 6.5, 6, 6.5. I could see 6.5. Okay, 6.5 is good. This is a solid foundation. Just be careful with this Medusa. Yellow Mellow, it depends how many copies of Skuld you have right now. Next is Kirill. Gujin, I don't think you're going to find anyone lower than you. And Leonardo, it's very easy for early accounts to be stacked on gold because they're so broke on purple, gold souls, and fodder and flags that they stack up a whole ton of gold. And then it just goes poof. It's very easy for people to spend gold. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I would give it an 8 if this was better than Shoed. Basic Unity, solid start. Olivia, no! Down! Oh god, I gotta figure out how to kill that spider later. Yellow, I wouldn't do it. Wait, you have star shards already. If you already have star shards, then I guess you could do it, but you've basically pigeonholed yourself into your next purchase has to be Skuld. 2 Skulds. So is that really something that you want to do? Or wouldn't you rather wait until you got more Skulds from somewhere else and buying those copies would get you higher? I just don't want to see people using Moonstones when they're not guaranteed to get all the way to T4. Because otherwise they're forced to use all Moonstones from then on that hero. And that's a very long-term investment that's just very hard to make. That's why I save my Moonstones until I can buy enough to make the difference. Alright, next is Galaxy Axle. Was Rye Guy 28? Oh my god! Why do you have Shoed? Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Troll, you don't get full resources now. I'd give it a 7. Ketekasem, Monkey King is great. Gujen, he's got a T4 Phoenix and a T4 Freya. And a Verthandi and a Lorelei. If you break down a hero now, it's the same as breaking it down later. The only thing you gotta do is be ready to... if you want to convert, you gotta do it now. Any other decision you make can wait. Breaking a hero down now versus later makes no difference at all. So if you weren't gonna break them down to immediately convert, it doesn't matter if you do it now or later. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a 7 because it's Shu'd and because no Unity. But you need to work on Valkyrie very soon. Good luck. Alpha Dog, I could not tell you the answer to that. It's entirely possible that double Skull, double Valkyrie, double Lorelei could be the best. Entirely possible. Nobody knows. We will have to see how it performs. I mean, until people have tested it, they have no idea. Stack heals? Yes. She should. Alright, Galaxy Axel, you get a 7. Basically, you're stuck. I hate this position when you're looking for one hero, because then you just want to save all your keys for that hero, and you just may never see it as the reward, as key event, and so you're stuck. There's nothing you can do. But if you're gonna do that, then you're probably gonna want to build someone better here. So this Skuld, maybe the Monkey King, maybe the Kurt, maybe the Dro, maybe a second Phoenix or something. Build something better than Shu'd, which is most of the good T4s. There's a lot of options. Build someone else to go off Aura with. Latigi, I did not say that. I did not say that there is... Maybe it's a possibility. And will that team outdo Unity 80% of the time? I don't know. We have to find out. Skuld? Skuld is a great one. If you make Skuld the next T4, that team will be much better. Then you would drop you could drop Verthandi and have Phoenix tank later. No, Phoenix is still amazing. It's just that I don't know how he's gonna do against... Because the only thing that reliably beats Unity is the double Phoenix burst teams. So if that's gone, then the only thing that reliably beats Unity is Unity. And I don't know when that is. Swapnil, you cannot convert 6 back to 5. Returning 6 only drops them to level 1. You must take them to 7 before you can break them back down to 5 stars. Alright, next is Sorav. Who apparently loves PUBG. See, this sucks. Detlaf is so bad at this point. Why is my nose so itchy? I could give it a 7.5. But let me tell you, a 9-star or 10-star Verthandi is better than an 8 or 9-star Skuld. Oh, you just want to remake Aura so that you have more options to fit in Phoenix. I don't think it needs to change. I think I could give this a 7.5. VIP 2 is nothing. VIP 2 is like 1 monthly card and 1 growth fund. How many more am I gonna do? I don't know. 3, maybe 4? It's not even a ton of gems. Growth Fund only gives you the gems at level 180. At this point, he's only probably seen about 6,000 bonus gems. Bulldog, I don't believe that is the case. I believe that anytime he gets a kill, he gets the speed. Oh, no, wait, it's true. Oh, I see. Okay. However, Bulldog, read his skill because his skill does extra damage. So if they died to the damage over time from the 24% of attack damage, if they died to that, then it still counts because that was still residual damage from the skill. And if he is the slowest, then he hits them and then the DOT kicks in. That kicks in at the end of the round. So they could still have died to that. 9,200 gems. Well, maybe he spent them on bingo this time. I don't know. How did he kill a hero first round? Okay, bad boy, I would say throw away this foreign and make the Freya T1 right now. That would be the biggest upgrade. And aside from that, I'll give it a 7. 7 for Medusa. Dro to 10 is good, but I think the Freya to T1 is more important. If you can focus on Freya all the way up to T4 or at least like T3. Oh wait, not Medusa. Okay, then it's a 7 for Detlaf because Detlaf is bad. If Freya goes up higher, then that will make up for everything else being lower level. Because we already know Freya's a carry. She blows up teams on her own, and you've got pretty solid tank and support behind her, so I would say focus on Freya. Alright, next is Krusty. Leonardo, which one is you? Are you Leon Hard something? Harde? Themis better than Unity? No. Themis wants to be paired with Skuld. Ninja Sun. I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 more. I want to figure out where Leonardo is. Leon Hardu? Is that you? Why is Skuld the tank and not Phoenix? You know Rillia 7 is not a big tank, right? She's gonna die in 2 hits. She's not even a tank at that point. She's like a pebble. Scold is only a tank if you have literally no other options. Phoenix is a much better option, so swap these two. I would give this team a 7.5. It's solid. It could be an 8. It's between 7.5 and 8. We'll give it a 7.75. It's not quite 8 because of Shude, but it's slightly better than 7.5 because your priority was good on leveling them. That'll be my... 2 Valkyries is decent. It's not amazing unless you pair it up with really good teammates. If they're tanking with Skuld, it's because they want to guarantee that the Phoenixes get their burns off. Because if both Phoenixes stay alive for as long as possible, then people do 6 plus 60% as long as possible. It's a totally viable option that I don't know anything about because I don't have 2 Phoenixes, so it's there. Alright, next is Ninja Sun. I'm going to go up to Leon Hardu, and that will be my last for tonight. Alright, Ninja Sun has Valkyrie, has... Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Krusty actually asked, should I build a Gina or Detlaf? Okay, so Krusty, you should build Detlaf to T4. Detlaf T4 will be amazing for you. Totally, that's your first step. Okay, now on Ninja Sun, who did not ask a question. He's got Unity and he's got a T4 Verthandi. This is a good 7.5. This is a solid team that will kill a lot of people. Just, you can focus on everybody here. Order, doesn't matter. As long as Verthandi's in front, the rest of it doesn't matter. Maybe Verthandi, Dro, Valkyrie, Freya, Aegina, Medusa. I don't know. It doesn't matter, actually. But get this. Muse, you say that. It takes a normal player like a month to get a hero to 300. So just saying it is not enough. It's not easy to get there. I'm sure he's working on it, but it's very expensive. There's a blinking blue light. Oh, that's my printer. Why is it blinking? I think my printer lost Wi-Fi connection. I'll have to fix that. Alright, next is Luciano. He's got a Luna, and a Shude, and a 10-star Phoenix. Yikes. I'm gonna give this a 7. Focus on Detlaf? Yes. Your focus is to get rid of Shude as fast as possible. If you want to play it crazy, wait for them to announce the update, and when they tell you it's coming, you break down Shude. Oh, no. Oh, shoot, no, you can't do that. I was going to say break down Detlaf and then convert, but you can't do that. You're screwed. If you happen to have 7 copies of Detlef, you could convert Shude right now, and then when the update comes, break down this 7-star, and in order to get the extra copies. That would be the smart thing. But solo T4 in honor, only if she's against some pretty terrible heroes. Like if she's against a solo Verthandi, maybe. But if she's against a solo Valkyrie or a Detlef, she'll lose. If she's against like a solo Freya or a Phoenix, she'll probably win on timeout. Old Bulldog, it's 1. Mo Crazy, only Phoenix Stone converts are being removed. Miracle converts are staying. Breaking a 7, you get the 5-star back. Breaking the 6, you do not. I agree. I don't disagree with that, but I can't do it. It's too expensive to make a T4 to want to focus on a lower tier one right now. How can you break down a 9-star Detlef now? You cannot. Not until the update comes. Should you prioritize gear over level? No. The only thing that you need to focus on is make sure that everybody has a full set. Do not have half sets of anything. And do your highest 3 blacksmith every single day, if possible. Alright, so I'll give this team a 7. Ninja Sun, yes. Dro 9 stars is not useful. Second energy, yes. Luna and Freya both very much benefit from energy on this team. Alright, next is Chinmaya. Oops, I opened it twice. Is Shude better than Verth? I don't think so. Shude... Her healing is crazy. It's just that she does no damage. Shude Mel does absolutely no damage. Verthandi does a ton of damage. There's a huge disparity there. Alright, so this guy has Shude Mel and he's got Mars. I'm going to give him a... Taekwondo, the safest is Cleric. Realistically... This is a 7. Could be lower. But he does have Valkyrie and Phoenix and Lorelei, so it's not bad. You probably benefit from pulling your Miracle Eyes for that Monkey King next week. This is going to be one of the few people that I actively recommend to pull for Monkey King. Reaper as a first single T4 will kill Freya every time. Skuld is not there for damage either. Reaper is really good if you're planning on dominating the single T4 arena for a long time. If you're okay with being trash once people start having 3, 4, 5 T4s, then go ahead and do it. But if all you want is an early number 1, it's Reaper's amazing. Gujen, you can stop at 180 before going to the next one. The best non-Heaven and Hell hero? Valkyrie, probably. In terms of solidity. Remember also that Shudmel is faster than Skuld. Skuld will always be able to wipe Shudmel's silence. Alright, next is Leon. Leonardo, is this you? Hey, Charlie. If this is Leonardo, this is my last for today. Hey, Tomorrowland. No Aura, 10-star Mars, 9-star Monkey King, no options whatsoever. Skuld's Revive is useless on this team. Totally. Skuld's Revive is totally useless here. So I can't rate you lower than a 5 because you've got Freya and Detlaf. By those alone, you can't get lower than like a 5 or a 6. The Luna tank is a very, very poor choice. You sent more pictures? Oh, dang. Dude, when Chris donated, he was like at the bottom. I never would have made it to him. Hey, Mark. Thanks. If I were you, I would rather have this Lorelei than the Monkey King. Monkey King is trash if he's not tank. And you've got enough to get to 10 stars. Alpha Dog, that is a completely viable option. But if you think about it, if Skuld wasn't reviving one of these two, she would be reviving herself. She's the lowest level here, or the lowest star out of them all. So I don't think it matters that Skuld revives one of these. And Mars, honestly, Mars does okay. It's like 50-50 that Mars will not use Skuld's revive anyway. So I would say first priority is Lorelei. That's about it. 6 sounds about right. I think I'm gonna give it a 6. And thanks, Ninja-san. It's not trash, but Luna is a very poor decision. Every Luna tank I've ever fought, I've destroyed completely. I don't care if she gets her damage reduction. She fires her skill, and then she gets crowd control, doesn't get to fire it again, does absolutely nothing of note, and just dies. If you made Monkey King T2, you could tank with him. He would be a better tank than Luna. If you did that, then I would use Monkey King, and I would replace Mars with Lorelei. Only if Lorelei is able to go beyond 10. But if Monkey King can go to like T2, tank with him. It's well worth it to make Monkey King in your position. It's not a terrible idea. Alpha Dog, Bold Esteen dismantled his Lindbergh because he was not useful. So it's just you. Zergon, no. The only skin that is even semi-competitively useful is Lorelei's. because it adds speed, which is just horrible. I don't like that they added speed on it. Unfortunately, you're stuck. You cannot break down this Lorelei. So there's no way to convert the Luna. So you'll just have to make the Lorelei from scratch and break down the Luna later on. I'm sure Luna will do fine for you for a long time, so you can keep her. Is Rithandi better than Walnir at 10? Probably yes. Because her reflect damage got so much better. Alright, how many did I do? Yeah, I got to 40. Alright. Alright, tomorrow will be Ghost of Tsushima again. And then on Wednesday, I was contacted by a Chinese dev company, so I will be playing a new idle game on Wednesday. And we will see how it is. I looked at it, the graphics are interesting looking, but it looks like it could be an interesting idea. So Wednesday will be a fun break from Taptap to try out something new. So we will see how it goes. But tomorrow, Ghost of Tsushima, I am excited to play that. Old Bulldog, it's called Auto Heroes. AUTO Heroes. So let's see how it goes on Wednesday. Is it in Chinese or English? It's in English. I can't play games in Chinese because I can't read it. Alright. Good night, guys. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and see you if you play Ghost of Tsushima. See you tomorrow.